after Kane County State's Attorney Jamie Mosser advised her husband, Jameson Eisenmonger, and Sheriff Ron Haynes' wife, Ashley Haynes, to file no stalking orders against me and to file criminal complaints for harassment by electronic communication. I appeared at a Kane County board meeting via Zoom because there are warrants out for my arrest, to tell them about Jamie's malicious prosecutions. I told their dumbasses that I would file a civil rights lawsuit against the county because Jamie Mosser's husband furnished false information in his petition for a no stalking order, which was filed to retaliate against me for constitutionally protected speech, and Kane County did not have probable cause to prosecute me for any crimes. I told the county board that Jameson lied about the CEO of Performance Health, authorizing him to include the CEO and all of the employees at Performance Health in his petition for a no stalking order. I didn't believe that any CEO would be stupid enough to make that decision. I was wrong. Shortly after I filed a lawsuit against Performance Health, the company terminated the employment of both Francis Dirksmeyer and Jameson Eisenmonger because they foolishly exposed the company to a massive lawsuit by me. Obviously, the CEO of Fellows Brands, John Fellows, is a lot smarter than Francis Dirksmeyer. Last week, I contacted him and several employees at Fellows Brands because I wanted to share a YouTube video that I made about Jameson. Jameson is general counsel for Fellows Brands, sits on the board of directors, and had the YouTube video removed, but John Fellows was not falling for the banana in the tailpipe. He did not authorize Jameson to seek a protection order for himself and his employees at Fellows Brands, like Francis Dirksmeyer did at Performance Health. After getting fired from Performance Health, Jameson Eisenmonger didn't learn his lesson. He committed perjury at my trial, where he repeatedly claimed that he continued to work for Performance Health after he was fired. My name is David Andre Bertha. I am the mind, body, and soul behind the Cartoon News Network, so you can call me CEO Dave. But all of my ops in Kane County, Illinois, know me as King David, and I'm a lot more dangerous than a nigga with a gun. I'm a nigga with an education.
Jameson Eisenmenger was not the only person that committed perjury during CEO Dave's trial for violating no stalking orders. Jamie Mosser got on the stand and lied her ass off. She falsely claimed that she played no part in the decision to charge CEO Dave with 2 counts of harassment by electronic communication, but that was a blatant lie, and she knew it. Before he was charged with violating a no stalking order, Kane County prosecutors, on orders for Jamie Mosser, charged him with harassment, and we have the paperwork to prove it. During trial for violating the no contact orders, CEO Dave asked Jamie, after receiving the emails in January, right after the committee meeting, did you advise your husband and Ashley Haynes to file a petition for an emergency no stalking order?
At some point, I did advise both my husband and Mrs. Haynes to communicate to you to cease the communication first, which is why my husband sent you an email asking you to stop communicating with him, along with other members of Performance Health, because he has nothing to do with my job. He did, in fact, do that. Mrs. Haynes reached out to the Elbin Police Department, who had an officer do the same. After that, when communication from you continued in that same harassing way, I advised both of them to obtain an emergency stalking no contact order.
Did Kane County Judge Julia Yetter grant their petitions, or were they denied?
They were granted.
Did the Kane County State's Attorney's Office file any criminal complaints against me as a result of those emails?
No, we did not.
Were harassment by electronic communication charges filed against me?
Yes.
Objection.
Overruled.
Who filed those charges?
The Elbin Police Department filed one. The Campton Hills Police Department filed another. Misdemeanor offenses in Kane County are charged by police departments. felony offenses are approved by the Kane County State's Attorney's Office. So, I did not have any involvement in the decision to file either of those charges.
Did you recuse yourself as prosecutor, before or after I filed motions to appoint a special prosecutor? At this point, the Crooked Court sustained the prosecution's objection to stop CO Dave's cross-examination about Jamie's role in filing Kane County criminal cases numbered 22 CM 57 and 22 CM 74, because CO Dave had Jamie on the ropes and was hitting the bitch hard as hell about her involvement. If Jamie had no involvement in the decision to file misdemeanor charges against CO Dave, why did she recuse herself from both cases on February 3, 2022, after CO Dave filed motions to appoint a special prosecutor? Just look at the court order. State's oral motion to recuse the Kane County State's Attorney is granted, without objection by defendant. The next day, Dana Fornato represented Jameson Eisenmenger when he was granted a 2-year protection order against CO Dave, on behalf of himself, his children, and all of the employees at Performance Health. She identified herself as his legal representative in a civil case for injunctive relief. She said, "Judge, good afternoon. My name is Dana Fornato, Fortnato. I'm here today on behalf of both petitioners, Mrs. Hain and Mr. Eisenmenger. So, who is Dana Fornato?" She's an assistant state's attorney for, wait a minute, you guessed it, Kane County.
Next item on our agenda is public comment. We have one speaker listed to speak to our committee today. Mr. Bertha is online, and I believe this is a topic not on our agenda, so you do have 3 minutes. Mr. Bertha, go ahead.
My name is David Bertha. I'm from the south side of Chicago. I know that I promised to read Ashley Haynes' criminal complaint against me, but I thought it would be more fun to read parts of Jameson and Eisenmanger's complaint. On November 30th, 2021, I received an email from my work account from an individual named David Bertha. I am a corporate attorney for a business called Performance Health. I do not work in any criminal courts. This email went to my spam account. Approximately 1 month later, my wife, Jamie Mosser, who is the Kane County State's Attorney, asked me if I received an email from David Bertha. I searched my email and found the email. I then read it. It was incredibly offensive and threatening. Let me pause for a second to point out his first lie. Why did Jamie wait a month before telling her husband about an email from a guy threatening to harm their family? The answer is simple. She didn't. Jamie's husband lied because he had to explain his failure to immediately notify the police when threatened. His complaint continued. I was upset and very alarmed by the email. I was further upset by the email because he included the CEO, chairman of the board, and 2 other individuals of the executive staff on the email for my business. Jamie's husband better have a good explanation for the reason that his co-workers received my email in their inbox, but my email to him was sent to a spam account, or he'll soon owe me a lot of money. The trial court also granted injunctive relief for me not to have contact or communicate with anyone at Performance Health for 2 years. The CEO has given authority to me as a corporation officer to make this request. I don't believe Jamie's husband, but I win either way, so it really doesn't matter to me. Performance Health has over 250 employees, and they serve affiliates worldwide. I did not mention Performance Health, its CEO, or any of his employees by name except for Jamie's husband in any of my emails. The CEO is either personally liable for violating my constitutional right to speak freely with his employees, like he's a slave owner overseeing a plantation, or Jamie's husband will get fired because he lied to the court. Not only is Jamie married to the alleged victim, she's a material witness who also received the email. I look forward to questioning her under oath about obstruction of justice.
Of course, the Kane County Board did absolutely nothing to stop Jamie Mosser from conspiring with others to prosecute CO Dave for harassment by electronic communication. The only thing that the board did was to draft a memo that said David Bertha, a Chicago resident, read parts of a complaint that has been filed by Jameson Eisenminger. Bertha alleged that Eisenminger had been untruthful in the complaint. He stated that a trial court had granted an injunctive relief for Bertha not to have contact with Eisenminger or anyone at Performance Health for 2 years. Bertha indicated that the CEO of Performance Health is personally liable for violating his constitutional right to speak freely with his employees. He stated that State's Attorney Mosser is a material witness who also received the email. Bertha spoke on potential litigation and indicated that Mosser would be questioned about obstructing justice. Instead of taking action to stop the malicious prosecutions of CO Dave, Kane County Cornball Board member Jared Sanchez wrote an email to him that read, "You'll catch more flies with honey than with vinegar." Well, fuckboy, CO Dave wasn't trying to catch flies, and he doesn't beg white people to respect his civil rights. When racist pieces of shit like Jamie Mosser, Jameson Eisenminger, and you violate, CO Dave demonstrates. All of you share a slave owner's mentality. That's the reason why U.S. Marshals will soon arrive in Kane County, DeKalb County, and Lake County to serve summonses for CO Dave's multi-million-dollar civil rights lawsuit. To join our movement and support the cause, smash that like button, subscribe, and share this video if you want to enjoy more content from us about CO Dave's trials and tribulations in Kane County. With enough eyes watching, maybe they won't throw CO Dave back in jail on bullshit charges. Wakanda forever.
You can murder a nigga, you can't murder liberation. You can murder revolutionary, but you can't murder